My second week is so far going good, and my first week was really good because I did lose my 2 pounds. Week two of my transformation journey. It's a 12-week transformation series that I'm going through. My goal is to lose 2 pounds per week. So, if everything goes well, then at the end of the 12 weeks, I will technically have lost 24 pounds. And my second week is so far going good, and my first week was really good because I did lose my 2 pounds, the 2 pounds that I had set for myself to lose. Also, I have made slight difference in my waist. So when I started, my waist was around 36.6 centimeters. Now it is down to 35 point something centimeters, and I couldn't be happier. Not only because I lost the weights and the centimeters that I promised myself, but I think it's more than that. The thing that I am really happy about and I'm proud about is that I had a very consistent week. And I believe that one of the reasons why my week was this consistent was because I had set myself this goal that I have to document myself. And I didn't overwhelm myself by creating some humongously difficult goal to achieve. My goal was very straightforward. These are the action steps that I have to take every single day, and I knew that if I do everything that I have set in my action plan to do, I will eventually end up losing 2 pounds because I have done it in the past and I know what to do. The It's not a hard thing to do. It is a hard thing to do. It is just not a difficult thing to do. And the difference is that it's not something super complicated. It's very straightforward what you need to do. The difficulty is when you are trying to execute it. That's where it becomes a challenge. And I did face a lot of challenges, I'll be very honest. I had some, I came very close to becoming inconsistent. So let me talk about my action plan. So my action plan consists of four things. Like that's it, just four things. Number one, quantified nutrition. I think that is like the most important part. I have given myself a goal of 2,000 calories per day, and I'm tracking them. And I'm trying to optimize my protein intake. And I had been very successful with following my 2,000 calories every single day. Almost. I think I was like a few calories over or under, but I think when I look at the bigger picture of the entire week, my calorie intake was almost to the point that I wanted it. Hydration, I'm trying to aim somewhere between 3 to 4 liters of water every single day. And I was there. I have been having enough water every single day. So that has been according to my plan as well. Number three is steps. I am trying to do 12,000 steps every single day. That is where I had one of my bigger challenges. It was a challenge mainly because I live in Montreal, which in winter is a relatively cold city, and there is snow all the time out there, which makes it very hard in the evenings to go for a walk just for the sake of going to walk because you have to put on so many layers of clothes before you go out. Kind of makes you procrastinate a little bit. Again, if you have to do it, you have to do it. But still, it was a bit of a challenge. That's why I said, like, it was, I came very close to being inconsistent there, but I was not completely inconsistent. I was consistent even there. I didn't miss my 12,000 steps any single day, except one day. And even that day, I had 11,200 steps. I just couldn't wrap up until the end of the day. I still completed those 800 steps later, midnight. One big challenge that I'm having right now is with sleep. I want to do 8 hours of sleep every single night. That's where it's becoming difficult. I have so many projects going on right now. I'm trying to learn guitar at the same time. I'm trying to set up this YouTube channel where I'm trying to create content. So that requires me learning how to edit. So last week I spent quite some time and learning how to edit content. So this week, if you look at this week's video, hopefully it will be much better than my last week's video, which was completely unedited. I just recorded it and threw it on YouTube. This week there's going to be a little bit more because I want to make my YouTube videos more engaging and entertaining. At the same time, I want to document what I'm doing. Um, so there was quantified nutrition, there was steps, there was gymming, there is sleep, and there is hydration. So there's technically five things, but right now I'm being inconsistent with my sleep, so I'm not even counting it. But sleep really, really, really matters. I will have to find a way to optimize my day so I can have my 7 to 8 hours sleep. Because if you are not getting enough sleep, your body is not going to condition itself. You will not be able to get the rest that your body wants, and you will not see the positive effects of all the effort that you're putting in rest of the things just because your sleep is not complete. I was able to optimize the other parts of my life to some extent. So for the quantified nutrition, I did try out like a few different things with quantified nutrition. I tried going for there's a service called Chef's Plate, which provides you with pre-quantified, pre-made meals, but the meals are not pre-made. They provide you with ingredients that you need to prepare that meal. I used it for a few days last week. I did not like it too much just because it still is a lot of work, which brings it back to almost the same thing as going out, doing your grocery, and then preparing your food. So that is something that I tried. I didn't like it too much. It doesn't really make my life easier. In fact, it only made my life a little bit more difficult because now I had to cook more because I ordered four different kind of recipes, and each of those recipes I had to cook separately. Again, didn't really save me any time. What I have done is that I have simplified my meals now. When it comes to quantified nutrition, it's simple: protein, potatoes, low carb, high protein stuff. I don't really care about fat that much as long as it fits into my meals. But if you are having something that is low fat, high protein, and low carb, it will usually be more satiating just because it's going to be more quantity, and protein is usually more satiating than carbs. And even if you're having carbs, at least for me, like when I'm having carbs, I'm trying to prioritize complex carbohydrates. So one thing I'm doing is I'm getting all these potatoes. Every morning I cut them and throw them in the oven and roast them, and those roasted potatoes last me the entire day, and it's not a lot of work because I just have to cut them and then throw them in the oven. That's one time and it's pretty straightforward. I put some oil on it. I put some salt, some pepper. I usually put some garlic powder on it as well to give it some flavor. But that's pretty much it. And I have it with some protein. Usually it could be a fish, salmon, or some chicken, or even a steak. The only thing with steak is that it can be high in calories because it can have a lot of fat. So that's where you need to be careful. Most of the times, I am able to fulfill my caloric obligations pretty straightforward. I'm also having whey protein. So I started creating this whey protein shake, which I really love because I have double chocolate whey protein from OWN. Optimal Nutrition is a brand. And I take some milk. I put 1.5 scoop of that whey protein. I put in some instant coffee, some Nescafe, and I make a cold coffee from it, and it's delicious. So I love it. Also protein. So yeah, it's really good. As for steps, so to overcome my challenge that I had with my steps that I was not able to complete, I got myself a walking pad. Last week I ordered it from Amazon. It came, and now I have it with me. So I don't really have to go out to complete my steps. I can just do my steps while I'm working, especially when I'm in meetings or whenever I take like a little bit of a break. so I just hop onto my walking pad. I run when I can. I walk when I can. I prefer walking over running any day. If you can walk, do brisk walking, but don't go for pure running. Gymming is another thing where it's becoming a little bit of a challenge when it comes to figuring out like how can I make myself go to gym every single day. Last week I went 4 times. I think this week also is probably going to be 4 times rather than 5 times, but I will have to figure out a way that I can go to gym 5 times a week. It's just like with my schedule and with my the things that I have to do every single day, that it leaves me with very little time, especially when I have so many new things to learn. So if you are someone who has a full schedule, if trust me, I understand you, I feel you. We all are facing the same challenges, and that's why I'm here to talk about like how I am overcoming those challenges, just so we can figure out together on what are the different strategies that work. So this is it. Next week I will be updating you guys with like some of my more updates when it comes to my fitness journey. Again, my goal is the same, that I have to lose 2 pounds next week by following the same patterns that I'm following right now.